Hi students, good evening. Today we are going to discuss about the tools required to solve numerical problems in magnetic effects of electric current. We have studied Biot-Savart law, Ampere circuital law for finding the magnetic field due to current carrying conductors. So by that way I am going to consider the first example as a straight conductor carrying current. So whenever current is passed through a straight conductor, a magnetic field will be established around the straight conductor. But under various cases we have to discuss. So now I have considered the case 1. The first one is, it is a straight conductor of a finite length. Finite, a given length, say 10 to 15 centimeter, fixed length. Okay. Now I will take one end is A, the other end is B. The current is flowing from the end A to B, that is I ampere. Now P is the perpendicular distance. I mean P is a point which is at a perpendicular distance D from O. So D is equal to OP is the perpendicular distance. And the distance of the point P from A and B are different. But AP and BP make angles, okay, beta and alpha respectively. In such a case, how to find the magnetic field at the point P if it is a finite conductor? So the magnetic field B is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi D, 4 pi into perpendicular distance into sine of, okay, sine of alpha plus sine of beta. So this is the expression, sine of alpha plus sine of the angle beta. If AB is of a fixed length, we have to use the formula B equal to mu naught I by 4 pi into perpendicular distance D into sine of alpha plus sine of beta. Now if suppose the conductor is extending up to infinity at the top as well as the bottom, that is the case 2 of infinite length. So in our textbooks they have derived the expression for only the infinite length. That is the special case of the first one. Now you see here the end P is extending up to infinity on the top and the other end A is also extending up to infinity at the bottom. Suppose if you take in this case from the point P, if you join the last element at the infinity at the top, this angle goes on increasing, you see, as you take the next element and the next element, final element at infinity, alpha will be equal to 90 degree, that is pi by 2. Similarly, beta also at the other end also this angle will be increasing continuously till the last element at the infinity. So for that also it will be equal to pi by 2, that is 90 degree. So alpha is equal to 90 degree at the top, infinity. And beta is also equal to 90 degree, which is the infinity at the bottom. So in this expression I am going to substitute. So what is the magnetic field? B will be equal to mu naught into I divided by 4 pi into perpendicular distance into sine 90, okay, plus this sine 90. So this also is what is sine 90. So sine 90 is equal to 1. So this will become 1 plus 1 equal to 2. So that this is now equal to, okay, this is equal to mu naught I divided by 4 pi D into 2. 1 plus 1 becomes 2. So cancelling these two, now I can write therefore what is B is equal to mu naught into I divided by 2 pi into D. So this is the derivation you must have studied in the class, okay, it is given in the textbook. This is a special case. Okay, now the third one is called as a semi-infinite. This is very important for solving the IIT and the NEET problems. Semi-infinite means only one end is extending up to infinity. For the other end it is not extending, it is fixed. So you can see here this point O to P, that is a perpendicular distance D. Above A there is no conductor at all, and below O the conductor is extending up to infinity. So this point P is the starting point. P is the starting point. So in the conductor, O is the starting point of the conductor. It extends up to infinity. So in this case, what should be angle alpha equal to on the top of OP? There is no conductor, therefore alpha must be equal to 0. So in this case, alpha is equal to 0. And since it is extending up to infinity in the bottom, beta must be equal to pi by 2, 90 degree. Is it not? Suppose if it is extending the next element next up to infinity means then beta will be equal to 90 degree. That is pi by 2. So in the general expression mu naught I by 4 pi d into sine alpha plus sine beta, I am going to substitute. So sine alpha is sine 0 is equal to 0. Okay. So this is now b equal to, okay, b equal to mu naught into I by 4 pi d into sine alpha plus sine beta. Is it not? Sine alpha is equal to what? Sine 0. Sine 0 is equal to what? 0. So this is 0 plus sine 90 is equal to 1. Therefore this is equal to mu naught I divided by 4 pi d. So this is a standard expression. Directly you have to remember, keep it in your mind. For semi-infinite means the magnetic field B is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi d. Most of the numerical problems given in the NEET and IIT is based on this only. Semi-infinite conductors they are giving. Now coming to the fourth one, it is again finite. It is a finite, definite length. Okay, definite length. So now you can see that the bottom end O, okay, from the bottom end O, the point P, where we have to determine the magnetic field P is at a perpendicular distance D. So below this portion OP there is no conductor. So in this case, beta is equal to what? 0. Beta is equal to 0. And alpha is some definite angle which is non-zero. So here, what is the magnetic field B at the point P? This must be equal to mu naught into I divided by 4 pi d into sine alpha plus sine beta. Is it not? So this is sine alpha plus sine beta is what? 0. So it is mu naught I by 4 pi d into sine of alpha. This is another expression. Okay. Now the case 5, this is again you can see that the conductor is semi-infinite only, but the point P is taken not at the other end. In between somewhere I have taken, in between infinity and the other end, somewhere I have taken the point O. From O the point P is at a distance D as usual. So that the top end of the wire is extending up to infinity. So that now the alpha angle, so what should be the alpha? The value of alpha must be equal to 90 degree at infinity. So here alpha is equal to 90 degree and beta is fixed. Beta is fixed. So in this case, what is the magnetic field B is equal to mu naught I divided by 4 pi d into sine alpha plus sine beta. Sine alpha is equal to what? Sine 90, is it not? So this is equal to sine 90 plus sine of beta. Beta is fixed. So this is beta is fixed. So B is now equal to mu naught I divided by 4 pi d into 1 plus sine beta. 1 plus sine beta. This is different from the previous case where this is also semi-infinite. But the point P lies across the other end. Here the point P lies between the infinity and the other end. That's the difference. So you can feel the difference between these two. And the last one is quite common. Everyone must remember that if the point P is taken here along this axis of the current carrying conductor. Suppose if this is a current carrying conductor, perpendicular points P and all we have determined. Along the same line of the conductor, either above the conductor or below the conductor, if you take any point P means at this point, so this is along the axis of the wire, the magnetic field B will be equal to 0. Magnetic field B will be equal to 0. I hope you have understood and be thorough. We have to have a practice of writing all these formulae before entering into the examination hall. These are the tools to solve the most of the problems, I will say, in magnetic effect due to the straight conductor carrying current. So after this we are going to say about another type of conductor, namely circular conductor carrying current. Okay.